Hi folks, this is Danny at Bradley James Classics, and today's classic is very recognisable, and it is of course a Mark I Austin Mini Metro from 1982, which is actually the second model year. This one was registered in August 1982. It's a 1 litre L model, so it's got the A series 998cc mini, mini engine, which has been used by this company for quite a number of years. Now, it's remarkably only got 13,000 miles. Now, I know this car very well, as is my garage, because we had previously sold it when it had just 10,000 miles. So this will be the second time Bradley James Classics has brought this wonderful little Mini to market. Now, it's got a huge file which includes the invoice for when the car was new. It confirms the colour is called Pumula. My word, better say that again. Pumula, and which is of course yellow. It looks rather like primrose yellow, and there are a handful of yellow cars from this era, but this one is Pumula. It has had a degree of recommissioning, because obviously the car only having first, when we sold it, 10,000 miles and now just 13,000 miles, it had actually been off the road for a number of years. So I can tell you that the car has had everything that's required to bring an older car up to spec. And I'm delighted to say it's absolutely rock solid. Unfortunately, Metros did suffer quite badly with serious corrosion, and a lot of them didn't make it. Now, this one really is a rarity. You don't see a huge amount of Mark I's left on the road. You do see the Mark II, which you'll notice it's got the sort of flush headlamps at the front, and then the Rover Metro, or the Rover 100, which was made right through into the 90s. But to see an early 80s 13,000 mile car is super rare. Now, the car is stunningly original. It drives wonderfully. It goes really well. It's so fresh, and with this mileage, it's got a lot to give. It's, well, in fact, the previous owner was heartbroken to let it go. However, he loved driving it. He didn't want to end up putting a huge amount of mileage on it, and he decided he wanted a larger car. And so this car was part exchanged back into us, where we were delighted to see it again, because it's like an old friend coming home. Now, elsewhere on the recommissioning front in recent times, that's front and rear brakes. It's had calipers, it's had wheel cylinders, it's had a clutch master and slave, everything that you would expect to bring the car up to par. I think I mentioned the set of tyres all round and a new exhaust system. So this really does help industrialise the car for regular daily usage. There is no reason why this couldn't be your everyday driver. Now, the hydroelastic suspension has all been pumped up, and it rides particularly nicely. I'm not aware of any evidence of any paintwork anywhere on this car, and I'm going to show you around the car so we can look at it together, and I will point out just the one area of imperfection on the paint, which, well, it's optional if it gets done or not. It's very honest, and I'll show you as we get there. So, front wing and bonnet and offside driver's door, all absolutely excellent. As is the sill below, as is the car underneath. The rear wing, the rear panel, I should say, excellent condition, as is the roof. No sunroof here. You do have the dealer sticker and the dealer number plate, which is always nice to have. We've got a chrome exhaust trim on the back, and we've got some period accessories of Metro mud flaps, a rear wash wipe, and moving around the back of the car, you're seeing further excellent bodywork, lovely bright and shiny, as is the roof. Glass all nice, no scratches. And the one area, we got something here where there's a little minor dent, and I think it was caused by perhaps a lawnmower in a garage when it was parked up. Very honest, that's the only mark I can see on the whole car. And other than that, she really is perfect. I'm going to show you the interior. You're going to be very happy because it's in such good condition. all these door cards. The seats are very lovely, they're in excellent condition. The rear seats are in excellent condition, as is the head lining. The rear parcel shelf is present. The carpets themselves are, well, look how good they are. They look as new, to be honest. Dashboard, excellent order. It has its original long wave and medium wave Metro radio. Here we have a manual choke, that's the light switch. People probably might remember that 4-spoke steering wheel, and the early car had this sort of binnacle on the dashboard, and being the L model, which was a more basic model, no rev counter here, just a fuel gauge, temperature gauge, telling you about the 4-speed gearbox layout, and there is that mileage of 13,806 miles. Everything is pretty much as it was when this car rolled off the production line. It is totally standard, and it hasn't been got at and interfered with. And in fact, with this mileage, well, there genuinely is a sort of degree of freshness to driving it. Probably a similar experience to driving one way back in 1982 when this car would have been new. So the car could inevitably end up in a collection because of the super low mileage of what it is, or it could be your daily driver. Now, it's had a new battery as a part of that recommissioning. It's all very nice and honest here, and that's that new brake master cylinder. You can actually see, I didn't mention the brake master cylinder. There's the A+ engine, and that's all the correct colour down there. So this hasn't been got at, this is just as it is. It's extremely clean and honest underneath here, and it really is uncanny time warp condition to see a Metro with just 13,000 miles. Now, I believe the car may have the addition of a cigarette lighter socket, which I'm going to check. And is that all working? Yes, that's all in there, and as you can see, that is as new. So if you need to charge your phone up, and if you need to plug in a sat-nav, you've got the facility to do so in this Metro. The car really is in wonderful condition, and let's have a little listen to see what a Metro of this era sounds like. That's how easily it starts. And let's give her a little rev, see if you can recognise that exhaust tone. She's lovely. Well, folks, we've had a good look at this car together. We do have her in stock. I can tell you that we offer a full UK-wide delivery service on one of our transport trucks. We just need your postcode to give you a quote to deliver this fine little car to you. Cars that leave us do have a full and very thorough inspection in our own workshop. We own a classic car garage here in Hampshire, so if we're not preparing the cars we're selling, we're also repairing and servicing classic cars, and people from miles around bring their cars into us for service and repair. This one I do know because I know the owner, the previous owner, and I knew the owner before him, and both of the gentlemen look after their cars really well. They appreciate classic cars, and I had nothing but positive feedback on what this little car was like to drive and use. We have carried out work, service spark plugs, etc. in our time when the car's been with us before, and we know that the car has got a cracking little engine, great gearbox, brakes, steering, suspension. The recommissioning it had did make it super reliable, and the car is ready to go. Now, I mentioned delivery anywhere in the UK. We need your postcode. We can also take in a part exchange. Now, that can be ideally a classic car, but if not, a modern car, motorcycle, or even sometimes a light commercial. You know, we're keen to facilitate a deal. We're based in North Hampshire. We've got a railway station 5-minute walk away here in Overton, and you are welcome to come and view and take a test drive just to make sure this car is for you. And then I think if you did see her, you would fall in love with her and you would want to drive away in her. There's no need to have this car delivered. I'm very confident you can jump in this car and drive her anywhere. Well folks, a super low mileage 13,000 mile Mark 1 Mini Metro from 1982, registered in August. It's the 1 litre, so it's a 998 A Series Plus Austin engine, 4-speed manual gearbox, just 13,000 miles, and a pleasure to drive and own. Please get in touch if you'd like any more information. I would love to speak to you about the prospect of you owning this car, and we do our best to guarantee your happiness with our commitment to our customers and making sure they're happy with the cars they get from us. Well, it's Danny at Bradley James Classics signing out. Thank you for watching my video today. Thanks folks, bye bye.